Mabuhay! Annyeonghaseyo! Sawatika! Oh my god! We're
I
here!
can't.
We're
I
here!
can't. I'm sorry, I can't. My Asian language knowledge are not a confirmed country, so I can't start speaking
So, hi
what I know.
everybody. Um, yeah, so we technically ended the season, what was it, like 2, 3 weeks ago? We had just gotten the announcement
Yeah.
recently that Eurovision Asia is happening. So we decided, yeah, we need to talk to you guys. We have information now, and it's actually been validated by the folks who do produce the Eurovision Song Contest. So there's quite a lot to talk about, and we have a lot of thoughts to share.
Yes. So yeah, Eurovision Asia is going to be happening in
Hmm.
November.
Oh my
Which
god.
I'm pumped for because back when they had first made like the YouTube channel 8 years ago,
Hmm.
I think I was like subscriber number 75. So I was like in the first
Wait,
100 subscribers.
you're in
Like
the
I
first
was in
75.
early. Yeah.
Shoot, like I always thought it was some kind of like marketing scam or something, because I remember when that channel went up too, but I was like, no, there's no way, there's no way they would feasibly do this. And even when Bhutan hosted by surprise their national final back in summer of last
They were
year,
just
I was like,
very
there's
excited.
what? But you know what, Bhutan, you will always be the Switzerland in my eyes. I know Thailand is hosting, but you will always be the one who started this, for me at least. And
Yeah.
we have countries in the lineup, we have national selection countries, and we have folks who produce the contest for Europe in Asia who's trying to get that started by November 14th. So, yeah.
Yeah.
we were not
Bjorkman's
expecting this like on our closing stream a couple weeks ago. We were really not.
yeah, Bjorkman's influence expands further. One
Hmm.
day he'll take over the whole world
Hmm. You
because
will
it
not
came
be
what
able to see
second
a
to last
single
at
stage,
Eurovision.
a single stage. You won't be able to see a single stage that he's not trying to help out with. And Bjorkman he's not all that bad.
He's fine. I just like making
He's
fun of him
fine.
sometimes.
Yeah,
I
I
just like
just,
making jokes about him.
because American Song Contest, we I mean, I still think we need to do like a revisit of that show at some point
God.
or another. Because I mean, it was going at the same time as when Eurovision Fam was just kind of on the rise because of the 2022 season, and we were just kind
Yeah.
of working on that. We had no time really for the American Song Contest. We'll get back to that eventually. But
We can talk about her one day.
The
Yeah,
Asian
that's what
Song
our
Contest,
focus
like
is.
that's, we have a timeline now.
Yeah, so we know it's happening November 14th. So
Mhm.
it's gonna be happening like a few weeks before Junior.
Yeah.
We also know there's gonna be 10 countries that are confirmed so far. More to come soon.
Mhm.
Fingers crossed. Bangkok is our host city, which I
Can't
love.
name a better place. I really can't name a better place like for the first
It just
edition.
seems like a vibe.
Mm.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, Also, so we know that the winner doesn't have to host next year.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
you
They
it's
don't
gonna
have
be
an
like a bidding
obligation to do
process,
that.
which let's go with that. I like that idea. Even though I feel like
Mhm.
there's a lot of places that could, have the infrastructure.
Mhm.
And yeah, so we know we're gonna get at least 9 national finals. I
Yes.
don't think South Korea has said they're gonna go with a national final, which I'm like, as much as you guys like having talent shows,
Mhm.
South Korea, I see them on my Netflix thing sometimes.
I think part of
Yeah,
the issue
so
is they can't get, like, they probably wouldn't be able to get broadcasters, or not broadcasters, but record labels to agree with each other, because it's just a very famously rivalrous situation between record
yeah.
labels in South Korea. So if one tries to dominate it, then the others would not handle it very well. That's just my theory. Again, we don't have a ton of information yet.
Honestly, we can talk about record labels because there's the music industry I know the most about
Mhm.
is a country that hasn't confirmed yet, and the record labels are strict.
Mhm.
So let's just go ahead and go through the countries who have confirmed. We have Bangladesh,
Yes.
Bhutan, Cambodia, Laos, Malaysia, Nepal, the Philippines, South Korea, and Vietnam.
And Thailand.
So, and Thailand, of course, the
Mhm.
host.
The host.
Yes, the host.
Yeah.
So,
So
how do you feel about this? Because you're Southeast Asian.
yes, I am.
So, what is
Um,
your
So there are different ways that I could talk about how I feel about this. The first is that I'm really happy with our co-participating countries. I'm like, if it were just these 10 countries, I would already be over the moon.
Hmm.
because I mean these are countries that have kind of a more understated uh, entertainment factor in the global scheme of things. But for when you do focus in and do hone in on what they do broadcast and do perform well, it's generally done really, really, really well. You have countries that have been marketed as very musical countries like South Korea and the Philippines, and you have really kind of like big show type countries like Thailand and Vietnam, and you also have some that who we haven't exactly seen leave that kind of impression quite yet, but they know they have the capability to do so. Southeast Asia, I
Hmm.
feel like, is the perfect kind of hub of countries to get this process started because we are where it's at, frankly. I mean, like even without the other countries,
Hmm.
like let's say Taiwan or uh, Japan, other countries who generally would contribute very, very well to the contest. Um, we don't necessarily need that to put on a show that's better than Eurovision, just looking at everybody here, in my opinion. So that's kind of my thoughts as a Southeast Asian. And for a
Hmm.
Filipino, please, like, we can ABS CBN. We cannot be going over there with those cameras. No, no, no. Those cameras are from the 80s. Those cameras are from like the previous Marco regime, and
Oh,
we like
the previous.
it's because ABS CBN. I grew up with them as a broadcaster in my household, like
Hmm.
as yeah in the a
Yeah, they have
Filipino
the
American
channel in the
household.
US. You can get it
Yes,
on American
yes,
cable.
exactly.
And
TFC.
I used to watch it too.
Yes.
So
And it's like, what the hell is wrong with these cameras? That I would say is my biggest critique of them in terms of how I would envision they produce a show. I don't know how they would throw together a delegation in the Eurovision style. But then again, this isn't really a public broadcaster type of show. It's more of a
yeah,
commercialized type of show, which
yeah,
is, I feel like, better suited for an Asian audience. As a Filipino, we got to serve vocals because I mean that's where we shine the best. That's where
hmm,
I guess traditionally the Eurovision scoring system would be more based in, at least jury wise, in how well a vocal performs. Other countries in here have other strengths that could perform very well and do generally do very well in the Eurovision Song Contest just with their style of approach.
yeah.
Philippines, we got to sang, baby. We have to SANG, all capital underline. That's where
So
we are.
when I told my sister, she started laughing and she was like, "People are gonna be sleeping on Vietnam because I think that's like
Mm.
kind of like her
Oh,
country that's competing that she listens
yeah.
to the most music from."
Hmm.
Like she loves Vietnamese hip hop. I'm like, cool, go down with that.
V-pop is good.
Um, yeah. Then like I love seeing Nepal there. Like I think maybe it's just because I have like a certain fondness of Nepalese food. I'm like, yes, Nepal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nepal, Bangladesh. Love to see them there because it's like you don't think about
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh a lot when you're thinking of Southeast, like of South Asia.
Hmm.
Bhutan. I am completely. That is one of
Bhutan.
the places I have a blind spot on.
I was there for Jukja, and I if they re-up Jukja as in like the old broadcast, I will happily rewatch all of that again. I called out work to see that national final. So, but nobody snitch on me, okay? Nobody snitch. But yes, it was very fun, even though it was very much kind of a surprise, and they started broadcasting in
Hmm.
English, which was really cool. I want Sangay Laden back. And for a second there, I had a feeling Bhutan would be my favorite country in Eurovision Asia because of the song that the televote selected. It was
Yeah.
insanely good. Sangay Laden, the song is Kechog, I believe. Check it out. It's on Spotify, at least. So yeah, Bhutan.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna be
Um,
rambling a lot, you guys. So just this is a
and then
lot.
like seeing Laos and Cambodia, like two like Laos and Cambodia, two places that
Yes.
like I don't. I'm not gonna lie, like all the knowledge I have of Cambodian music ends in the '60s,
Hmm.
because of obvious reasons. But
Yes.
like it's like I would love to get like exposure to more newer things from Cambodia,
Hmm.
um, and like yeah, like you know, and then Thailand is just my. Let me tell you, the Thai BLs they hit. No one has BLs as good as Thailand has. Nobody.
See, and like the Philippines would if it weren't for the Catholicism of it all. Oh yeah, by the way, happy Easter Sunday, everybody. Um,
Okay,
yeah.
so that's kind of like where we're at right now. Let's
Mhm.
go ahead and just look at some things
Yeah,
people are
let's
saying
talk.
here. So Baz J6 I hate the fact they got rid of you guys' names on here. Um, says Baz J6579 says I'm predicting the 10 countries plus Japan, Indonesia, Singapore, and India. I number one, I want to see all of those there.
Yes.
That would be great. The country I have the most knowledge of the music industry for is Japan.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm like, who would you send number one?
Mm-hmm.
Number two, I am like, they're very insular as far as the music industry goes. However, we are starting to see more Japanese artists touring outside of Japan. I know in the US, my man Miyavi,
Mm-hmm.
who I think he's just going to be acting for a few years now, because like he was in a band and then quit that band,
Mm-hmm.
and he's not going on tour this year, but he's like in like 2 movies. I know. Maybe he just wants to spend more time at home with his family. His kids are like, his 2 oldest are going to be turning 18 soon, and his baby looks just like him. Oh my God, his baby looks just like him. I say baby, he's like 3. I think his son's 3 now.
Toddler baby, yeah,
small child.
He'll be busy
do
with
Old
fatherhood.
Navy ads as a family.
Can't relate.
Yeah. Yeah. But like the music industry in Japan is like super strict.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so like it's hard, like if you don't have like legitimate streams outside, but there are like artists who are starting to branch out more in the States, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Like Fujikaze, or Fujikaze. His newest album was all in English, and it should not have been, because I'm sorry, Sweeter Than My Mother's Cream Pie in the chorus of your song, I have to hear that every time I listen to Primavera.
In the chorus.
Look it up. It is jarring. I love him. I love his voice. He's got such a sexy voice. He's like an R&B singer.
Uh-huh.
Crystal K, who I will be seeing her next week. Next Saturday, I'm going to see Crystal K. And I'm also going to see her in August. She's half Korean, half Black, but her music, she's always worked in Japan, basically.
Mm-hmm.
She is going on tour in the US this year. Also, I will be seeing her next week because she is doing our Cherry Blossom Festival.
Oh my
God.
God.
She's another R&B singer who's been around for a long time. And like Darren Gray, which, God, do not send Darren Gray. That would be terrible. But like Baby Metal tours constantly. Atara Shigako tours constantly in the US.
Baby Metal crossed my mind. For Japan, they did cross my mind, actually.
Again, but they're like, the thing is with that is like their label's really strict. Mm-hmm. But I am starting to see more Japanese artists working outside of Japan, is my point. Is like, some people go, it's a very insular music industry, but they are kind of looking to branch out more. Mm-hmm. And do things at other places. Like, what was it? Not Versailles. Oh, what's the name of the other band? Like the Pillows just broke up. R.I.P. Well, they didn't just break up. They broke up a few months ago, but the drummer just died. But yeah, oh my God, what the hell? Anyways, yeah, that's that. Indonesia, I would love to see, because Indonesia has had some bangers, and they have been like doing good virally online. Because there's been a few TikTok songs that have really popped off.
Yeah, Indopop, like specifically in the last like 2-3 months, has really, really made a resurgence in like the algorithms. At least they've bled into my algorithms, and I typically don't search out Indopop, but it's pretty good. I mean, they do. At least what's been advertised to me follows to some degree a K-pop template, but even the K-pop template was kind of a pastiche of something that was created in
the US.
R&B groups, for instance.
Yeah. Singapore, I don't know much about Singapore music.
Neither do I. I wonder if they even have an industry with a capital I. You know what I mean? I wonder if that's the case.
I would imagine they do. And then India, please. Mm-hmm. Give me India.
They have so much to pull from. India, like there is so much to pull from.
Oh man, just send me like.
And it's gonna be a banger. I already know that.
My thing is, how do you restrict India to just 6 people on stage? That's my first question.
Right.
And the other thing is like, What are
Gaetana
the
be our guest staging type of situation is what I see. LED people, which I mean they might be able to do successfully because I feel like they would allocate quite a bit of budget to this show. I mean, uh, given they could use the good PR right now, but a lot of us can, so it's not an exclusively Indian thing.
yeah, Mongolia, come with your throat singing and yodeling from
Okay, trying to
Peter
be my winner.
Pudge.
Trying to be my winner.
I'm sorry, I do. My knowledge of of Mongolian music is just the Who. Which if you've never seen them live, do that. It's a good time. Um, I don't know. Like I feel like I should know more. I've been talking to more Mongolians lately, so I should know more Mongolian music. But like,
Mongolian
I don't.
music, it's sparse. I don't encounter a lot of it, but when I do, it's
Mhm.
generally very good. I've always been impressed by any kind of Mongolian artistry, whether that have been kind of like melodic rock or just straight up traditional style throat singing. It is a very musical country, although it has like a population, I believe, of like less than 2 million people. They are very
Yeah.
impressive, and I hope to see
Oh
them
yeah,
there.
like it's very spread out.
Hmm.
Let's see here. Nanolo says Philippines, the Albania of Asia.
Okay.
Number one,
Nanolo.
everyone. When you are born Filipino, you are given two choices: dance or sing.
And I'm not the pop locking type that you see on TV. I I understand the singing type because I am around the singing type a lot, and y'all hear me sing occasionally. But we will either be the Albania or the Italy. We will either be Albania, like here's a star vocalist. Yeah, they're hitting the notes, but the staging is what the hell. It performs second in the running order, and like we're all full glam, getting no votes.
To be fair,
Or
the
Italy.
lighting's the same in both countries too.
Don't remind me. Don't remind me that that chalky. Oh my god, ABS CBN. None of that chalky white lighting, please. And if any of you hear me, exactly what I'm talking about. None of that chalky lighting. We are too warm toned for that. Please. Oh, goodness
Okay,
gracious.
yeah.
Or the
I'm
Italy,
sorry.
where I mean, we have. I feel like it'll be less of an Angelina Mango type of situation and more of like a Marco Mangoni kind of situation if we select the right kind of ballad. But a ballad, I think, it would be what carries us through to the next year of it. If not winning, then at least having a reputable score. I can only
Okay.
speak on behalf of Filipinos, so yeah.
Yeah, I just that's life. C'est la vie.
We're not the
Um.
Sweden, that's for sure.
Oh God. Who is the Sweden?
South Korea or
South
Thailand,
Korea.
honestly.
South Korea.
Mhm.
I love how we both go. Yeah, South Korea. Okay. Apparently Nepal has like a really strong rock scene.
I would love to see that demonstrated. I would love to see Nepalese rock, especially because I mean, like Lily was saying, we don't really get that strong of an artistic signature in the global scheme of things, or at least what we're able to witness for what's produced for us um, as entertainment. So that'll be a completely novel experience.
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm trying to look it up because someone said that South Korea confirmed their dates of their national final. So I know
Mm.
Nepal has confirmed their national final date. So this summer
Hmm.
we have some more entertainment for,
Oh my
which
God.
I'm
A
down for.
national final, an Asian national final selection over the summer. Yes, I mean, yes. It will be very different though. So I mean, folks need to not hold this exactly to the same standard or level of or type of expectations that you would expect out of a Eurovision national final season, and that's because this is a completely different cultural landscape, and it's also commercialized, not with public broadcaster kind of
Hmm.
forward front funding. So yeah.
Sorry, I was like, I'm looking at, I'm just trying to find the dates for the Korean national final if they're out yet.
Mhm.
And I was like, who's going to be the England? I'm like, so somebody had made that comment when I was looking for national final
Oof,
dates.
I don't want to think about who's going to be the England. I don't want to wish that on anybody here right now. I'm idealizing. I'm still in the idealizing stage. Boss says I did a deep dive in the music scenes of the countries. Only Laos and Cambodia didn't have a lot of music in Spotify. Bhutan, Nepal, Bangladesh surprised me with the variety and modernity of the sound. I like to hear that. I really like to hear that. Not for the sake of modernity, but activity. I like to hear that the scenes are active. It could be just straight up traditional. I don't care as long as we have someone to send. and I'm so happy it's countries that I like.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to see. I can't find the national final dates yet. Oh wait, it looks like there will be a national final for South Korea, and the date will be September 4th.
Wow. Okay, so I stand corrected. September 4th. So Beyonce's birthday.
Oh my God.
Also the anniversary day for my relationship, and also potentially the day that my sister gives birth to, what was it, like a platinum star gay Beyonce baby. That's a whole
That would
thing.
be a platinum star gay Beyonce baby.
This is the conversation that I've been having outside of the streams and outside of talking to you guys. Yeah, my sister. Oh, it's a girl, by the way. So we just found that out yesterday. So yeah,
Even better.
Send good cheer to my sister. But yeah, back to the conversation. Laos, Cambodia. They might not have a lot of music, but they might be able to produce something specifically for the show and then get that ball rolling for other artists, which I'm also really excited about.
Or they just might not have it on Spotify. You know?
Yeah, because not everyone consumes music through the apps that we necessarily do. They might have other means of having music consumed. So it could just be just as valid.
Yeah. Let me see here. Oh, Nepal's national final is September 19th, not over the summer.
So, okay.
That's 4 days after my siblings' birthday, the twins.
We're just being gifted. We're being gifted.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Congratulations. Enjoy your presents. Let's see here. We already clicked on that comment. This one's from Nanolo. Also, I never realized that one of the most famous Italian artists is half Indonesian. Born in Singapore, Baby K. She's famous for summer hits, though. Honestly, summertime vibes. I'll just see it. And like, yeah.
Summery music would still do well in the autumn in Southeast Asia. There isn't a clear division between summer and winter. It's just music. It's just music. Yeah, I'm thinking a summer vibe could even win, potentially. It's hard to envision who's going to win, you know? Because, like, what are we basing this off of?
Nothing.
Literally,
we're just going into, like,
just artists
what
from
do we
these
know?
countries.
And we don't know who's going to be participating, what the game plan is, and stuff like that. Because it's like,
this list is not exhaustive. Yeah, we don't know if the list is exhaustive or not. I hope it's not, because I want to see more names and more faces.
Oh, I would love to have India. I would love to have Mongolia. Kazakhstan? Why haven't we mentioned Kazakhstan yet? I feel like Kazakhstan would be down.
Central Asia in general.
Kazakhstan should be down because, like, they wanted to do Eurovision.
Mm-hmm.
They've done Turkvision.
They're a boss at Turkvision, except the last year, but they kill it at Turkvision. And their music industry, you guys, like,
polished.
Kazakh club bops.
Q-pop?
Who knew? Q-pop.
Q-pop hits.
K-pop has been around for as long as K-pop, at least.
Yeah.
Central Asia doesn't get nearly as much publicity. And also Uzbekistan, whoever you pick, you might be my winner. Like, I've been in the Uzbek music scene since I was a little lad, and I've been nothing but more ready.
How did you end up there?
I think it was just having access to, like, YouTube when I was younger, and then and just Uzbekistan I landed on, and from then I've just followed countless Uzbek artists in their projects for the last 20 years. I've been a really, really big fan of that scene, and by extension, the music scene in Kazakhstan, and by extension, the music scene in, like, Siberian Russia and Central Asia, which eventually bled over to Eastern Asia. Uzbekistan was my gateway, basically. And ever since then, I've always held a special place in my heart. I hope they debut. I hope so. I understand if they don't. Because, I mean, it all feels impromptu. This all still feels to some degree rushed, but I'm deciding to be very optimistic about this.
Peter Hadich says, do you think Central Asian countries would be interested in this? Like
Kazakhstan,
maybe like Kazakhstan.
Would be the
one that's the most. Because the thing with Central Asia is they tend to be pretty conservative.
Yes.
And pretty insular. Mm-hmm. That being said, like, who's considered part of, like, Central Asia? That's what, Kazakhstan.
Let's see. There's Turkmenistan.
Turkmenistan. Oh, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I know.
Uzbekistan, Tajikistan. That's not going to happen either.
Kyrgyzstan. They did pretty well in Turkvision, and they I would say they've done pretty consistently well as Kazakhstan, in my opinion.
Yeah. Those, because I'm gonna imagine Western Asia has no interest in this,
Oh,
like
I'm
just
also going to
especially with the
imagine
way
that.
things are going right
Yeah,
now.
exactly. Hmm.
They've got other things to worry about. I don't know. I'm like kind of looking. Like, I would love to see Pakistan too. I don't know how we skipped over that
The
when
the
discussing our
Pakistani
South Asian.
the Pakistani rock the Sufi rock scene in Pakistan has always been one of my favorites, and also they
Aren't you
have
the one that sent me like the psychedelic, like Pakistani?
yes, yes, Junoon. They are my favorite. I believe my favorite Pakistani band, and that's just because they unlocked something in me that I needed, especially in the year of 2021. But yes, Pakistan I hope to see, of course.
Sri Lanka would be nice.
It's so weird. It's so weird finally getting to talk about this.
And Peter also says interested maybe seeing Sri Lanka. I would love to see Sri
Yes,
Lanka.
please. More islands. Come on. We need to
So, but,
form an island block. Island block. Come on,
mhm.
everybody. I would love to see that.
So like my kid, like we kind of are skipping over China. I am curious to see if China would show up
Hmm.
because I feel like if we're getting into places that have higher populations than all of Asia combined, not all Asia, all of Europe combined. When we think about this here,
Hmm.
yeah,
About there being more lesbians in Europe.
I think India. Um,
Hmm.
what is it? Definitely Indonesia.
Hmm.
Oh, I say definitely Indonesia, but like yeah, Indonesia, India, China. I don't know about China though, because like
China,
I feel like
I feel like it would be too risky for them from the perspective because the way that China is kind of perceived among
mhm,
the Asian countries is very tenuous, and not everyone has the same opinion. Not everyone agrees as to what kind of is happening or occurring with China politically and this lineup. But I would not be mad to see if they do join it from a very diplomatic kind of perspective. Essentially, what we wanted with Eurovision. But the thing is, these are Asian countries, so if anyone breaks any rules, you will be slapped. There's a difference. There's a difference in the way that these continents operate. It's
mhm,
surgical precision and it's very fast if you decide to be punished among Asian countries. It's a different culture. But I
yeah,
would like to see them under the right circumstances, I guess is the way I would synthesize that opinion.
yeah. Because it's like I'm looking here, can like Southeast Asia, who are we missing? Myanmar, I don't see them coming in
No,
with the way things
yeah.
are,
Mhm.
unfortunately. Brunei, I know nothing about Brunei.
Brunei, they are an authoritarian sultanate, and I
Okay,
don't
so
believe
likely
that they
not.
even have a music industry. So
Timor
yeah,
Leste is
Timor-Leste. Oh my
pretty
gosh,
young.
are there Timorese artists who want to compete? I don't know their broadcaster at all, but Timor-Leste, it was one of my hyperfixation countries at one point. I hope they do it. I
I
hope they
love
do
how every kid has a hyperfixation country,
right.
and then
It,
how cool you are depends on how obscure it is.
hmm okay, I do know Australia will not be there. Also,
Yeah,
we didn't talk about that yet, but we found out that
but
they will not be
we can
there.
highlight this comment here as well from Baz J 6 5 7 9. Theoretically, it's an Asian Pacific contest, so Tuvalu, Vanuatu, New Zealand, Papua, and etc. could participate as well.
Oh
I
my gosh, little Tuvalu
Tuvalu. Send
sending
that
their art.
guy, that one guy who's always shirtless and greased up at the Olympics.
Oh
I
my,
don't know if
well,
he's.
I think that's Tonga. I think that's Tonga who does
Oh,
that.
that's Tonga. You're right. I apologize.
But
I'm
Greased Up Man,
sorry for mixing up my
we have
mixing up my pieces of-
opportunities here because Southeast Asia also does Greased Up Man. If you
I
see me any
watched
day in
Thai
August, I'm a
BBs.
greased up Southeast Asian man.
I know. Yeah.
But yeah, if they open it to Oceania, that would make me all the more happy because I love oceanic music from Oceania. Being in California, you also grow up with that as kind of like part of the cultural dynamic of the music scene here, Asia and Oceania. So that'll satisfy me very much.
Because I'm thinking like Samoa.
Ah, God, I love Samoa. Samoa's, and they have some pretty good musicians too. But okay, I will
I'm
say
sorry. I'm like
Oceania.
I got distracted thinking about who else is
It's
in
fine. I'm
Southeast Asia.
distracted. I'm
I'm sorry. Who
distracted as
else
I'm
is in
speaking.
Asian? what other Pacific Island nations are, but that makes sense. Like, because it's kind of like, I feel like Oceania kind of gets overlooked by the world.
In a lot of ways, Oceania does get overlooked, but it is a very musical area of the world as well. But the music does tend to kind of lean in the aspects of churchy music, because it's all a lot of like faith-based music. A lot of it is.
I know the Mormons went hard in that region.
Yes, they did.
If
But
you're ever wondering why there's Samoans in Utah, that's your answer.
yeah. Or why are you wondering why there are folks who look like they're from Utah in AmSam, American Samoa, and living among those folks? It's because of the Mormon push along the Pacific Islands. But yeah, I'm not thinking we'll see any Oceania this edition around, but give it time. I'm not ruling them out.
Yeah, I'm just looking. Yeah, and then all is like, what about Sri Lanka? I would love to have Sri Lanka.
I would love to have Sri Lanka.
There's some great Tamil artists out there.
Mhm. There are some that have
Yeah.
like some bops too, and like I can't even read or pronounce the names of the songs, the ones that I have on my Spotify, but like Homegirl can eat down.
I don't know. I feel like the most famous Sri Lankan artist has gone kind of crazy, so
Well, I
that's
mean,
okay.
like what? Like her record label like stole from her a whole bunch or
Oh
something
yeah,
like
no,
that?
like she has every right to be kind of crazy.
Yeah, she has every right. But that
But
again, we
sometimes
don't have
it
that much
goes.
knowledge. That is what we do have.
I'm on her side with that sometimes. But other times I'm like, let's maybe just vaccinate some children every once in a while, honey.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, like everyone's like, oh, what other places? Probably not. Like, do we all just have a map pulled up and we're like, oh, who else might show up? Who might not show up? It's
Mhm.
like it's tricky. Taiwan would be nice.
They would be nice, but I feel like they kind of hit like a similar awkward situation as other countries do, and that's just because their political situation is a little precarious right now.
That is true, but I watch Taiwanese dramas and I've like listened to Taiwanese music and stuff like that as well. Um, they've got some good, things happening in their industry, and also it's kind of like a way of asserting yourself that yes, I'm an independent country to a certain extent.
It is. That
So
is a
like
way of
it's kind
asserting
of like
yourself.
reminding people that you are your own place,
Hmm.
and so like there could be like drive for independence there. Um, or not even independent, but you know what I mean, like a drive of like
Identity.
this is why we exactly. That's what I was looking for. So
And I mean, I'm not against the ability to see that, especially because it seems that a lot of these countries are approaching this from a very diplomatic point of view. But these are also countries that don't have a ton of political momentum in the way that they're able to sway other countries. These are countries that are kind of they more or less keep to themselves. I mean, that's also a sliding scale, but
mhm.
oh my God, I just had the craziest thought. Turkey. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Like 14 years removed from that one show, Hop Onto My Shit Baby, and giving us something from this day and age, as if they don't produce bops as well. Are we gonna get a single Turkic country? Give me at least one. Give me at least one. I
I'm
don't think we're gonna
sorry,
get
you
one.
said Turkey, and I'm like, please, um, can we? um, I miss Turkey. I miss them. I miss them.
Hi,
I really
Sal.
do.
It's good to see you. It's good to meet you. I have a theory about how they're going to do a bidding process for the host country work. So this is also a very deeply camped continent. There's nothing ruling out that they might just each delegation, each broadcaster just sends their like biggest toughest guy in the production group. Just like, okay, now wrestle, and then the one who comes out on top is going to be the one who does the close. Like when in terms of Asian competitiveness, it is a lot grander and a lot more embedded in life than how competition is viewed anywhere else in the world. It's based on
Okay.
everything. Asians are very, very, very competitive, and that's the kind of foaming at the mouth competitive that I want to see illustrated through music.
No, Azerbaijan could change sides.
Just go.
That song it has to be written by AI. I don't believe a real
I've
person wrote
seen
that.
I've seen pretty credible allegations that that song was written by AI. I'm not claiming that it was. I'm not claiming it was, but I've seen pretty credible allegations.
I haven't heard it in full. I just seen like little clips of it. I'm like, oh, This is awful.
Lily's here to get a check from the broadcaster. She's here to get a check, and I
Oh
respect a
man,
working woman.
I'm just
I
waiting
mean,
for them to end it.
there are other countries who might drop Eurovision and could decide to join Eurovision Asia because they are technically Asian countries. There are
Georgia,
countries, yes, who like the Caucasus
Armenia,
in general. The Caucasus
yeah,
in general, I think would be eligible just from being within Asia, unless there's some kind of other society among the Asian broadcasters that kind of puts them outside that bubble. I don't think that's necessarily the case, but I would like to see them dip their toes in.
mm-hmm. I mean, no, they're too European. I think they're those two in particular are so
Mm.
are part of Eurovision. It's like
Mhm.
with Australia. Australia could leave and go to Asia Vision or Eurovision Asia. They won't.
They could, but they won't because I mean, um, okay, so this might be conflicting to it. Armenia's existence is not recognized by Pakistan, though. Doesn't Bhutan not recognize like half the countries in the UN or something?
Bro, I have not thought about international relations in
International
so
relations.
long.
I mean, clearly with Martin Green, or not necessarily Martin Green, but the team behind this are saying that this is going to be more commercially, more of a
Yeah,
commercial show than a national one. I think that there's going to be less headwind for like international relations in that regard, and they're just going to try to make it as fun as possible, is what I think. Because I mean, they can get together and have some fun, but in terms of that I'm not sure. We don't have a ton of idea on how the rules work yet. We just have a slate of countries, and even that's not exhaustive yet.
yeah. I'm so curious, like where we're going with this, and what's like the cutoff date? Because you know how like we have
I did not see anything about
September
a cutoff date.
1st. You
If
can't have
anyone
anything.
if anyone knows the cutoff date, and if anyone is able to verify that, then we could definitely add that to the discussion, and then even come up with a timeline on how we would decide to cover this. Because I mean, who knew? We all woke up one day and saw that this was real, and we all denied it. We all denied it for so long because there's no way it could be real. I'm still kind of denying it myself.
And then people were like, "Is this April Fool's Day joke?" I'm like, "It happened before April Fool's Day, guys."
It happened before April Fool's Day, but we've been tricked several times with this before, at least once a year since its first announcement.
Yeah, that makes sense to have. As Jay says, I think for the first year there will be flexible with timeline and rule wise.
That makes sense. It's like the first day of school, you know? We're just like, we'll read over the syllabus and we're not going to engage a ton with the subject matter of the subject yet because we're still establishing how things are going to go with everybody here. I'm not mad at that.
A little chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Goodness gracious, what else is there to say? Like, not a whole lot of information. I just felt like we need to, come back and have a little time and talk about this because I'm pumped. I'm excited, especially with like this year being the year it is for Eurovision itself. I'm just like,
like it was kind of a question mark at the end of our last stream because it's just we really don't know how to go on past that point. The national finals are covered and the show's going to happen. We'll see you guys when we see you guys. Asia.
I mean, like
Asia. My
Asia
homeland.
came back and was like, well, national finals. We had them. I'm also curious with the interval acts because what was it? This comment from Saul Brown. The thought of millions of people in Asia watching, they can heighten regard for please don't even pronounce Danish words. For as the interval crying emoji. Honestly,
I think it's going to be bigger than Eurovision 2026. I think whoever wins Eurovision 2026 is not going to have as much of the victory momentum as in past years, and by then they will be eclipsed by Eurovision Asia and their winner.
How often though do we really get a victory momentum out of Eurovision? Like certain people have done it. Other times it feels like you guys just let us down. Like,
I
I'm
mean,
not gonna lie, because I'm not
yeah.
really following Eurovision that hard. Aiden, I think Aiden's doing it right.
Hmm.
He's doing a lot of marketing. He clearly has a game plan.
Hmm.
And he's going with, okay, I got this song coming out. I've got this album coming out. Let's do that.
He's busting his ass everywhere he goes. He's making his presence known. So he's treating it
Mm-hmm.
very well. Even without the idea of winning, he's using this as a way to market himself. So he's using it very wisely.
And like, you need to have stuff lined up
Hmm.
because people are going to be looking for you. So
Hmm.
like, whenever we get like a winner who has like 2 songs out and nothing in the pipeline really, I'm always like, okay, so now like you've lost your chance to really maximize when people are looking up your name the most.
Exactly. We saw this happen with Duncan Lawrence. We saw this happen with Nemo. Frankly, we've seen
Well,
this happen a
Nemo put
number of
out
times.
that album the year later, and
A year
it's a
later.
solid album. It's a solid album, I'll say that. But at least it was pretty quickly a turnaround. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because other like Duncan Lawrence didn't put out a song for like more than a year. A
Yeah,
song.
and now his you hear Arcade in liquor stores at 4 a.m. But
You do, and it's always jarring when it happens. I'm like, why am I hearing
right,
this song in the
right, like
wild?
what Pandora station is this? Is this just an American thing? Because I hear Arcade like very late at night in like your local Valero or 7-Eleven, whatever your local gas station is. That's typically the place where I hear the song. But as we were saying, you need to be able to market yourself using Eurovision as a platform. And folks don't really want to do that anymore, especially because of the storm around Eurovision. It's just uncomfortable to be an artist in that space.
I'm gonna say probably the person or group that's maximized their win the most in like the last 20 years, let's be honest, is Maniskin.
Mhm.
Um,
Asterisk.
asterisk. Yes, put a huge asterisk there, please. But that's gonna be like the last. I think that's like the one time I was like, oh, this is someone who like, or someone's management team was like, okay,
Hmm.
let's go here. Yeah.
Hmm.
Let's see.
I do want to
Duncan
answer
Lawrence,
this.
Nemo. Oh, sorry.
Lincoln Haitians feel spiritually Filipino. It's because of the longing. It's because of the yearning. Um, sorry, you were saying?
Oh no, someone had said Nanola had said Duncan Lawrence and Nemo songs or albums weren't great, weren't good. Honestly, Arcade's not a good song in my opinion. I still don't
It's
understand how the hell that
it's
one.
it's not a good song.
Um
He's
I'm in, I'm in the minority there, but I don't understand why people loved it so much.
I
And
think
I
also
did like
second place
Nemo's
was
album a
a
lot.
minority, but
I really did. I do like Nemo's album a lot, and I think it was like one of my favorite albums last year.
Nemo's a fine musician. I just really wish that they took the momentum the way that it should have been right after the fact, and then use that to sound or like demonstrate experimental features.
Lorraine could have been massive, but her management are so bad. Is it her management or is it her? Because she doesn't come off as somebody who wants to be like a big star, is what I mean by that.
Hmm. No, I pick up on that too, because she seems a little too not too, but she seems spiritual enough to understand when it's time to isolate herself from the industry and all those things. She's probably just a musician as a form of job, but she's not a chart chaser necessarily.
Yeah, she's like, I'm here for the vibes. She
Hmm.
seems very vibey to me.
Hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she's more about the vibe of something more than anything else.
Hmm. Yeah. I feel like she'll be able to tell, like she'll be able to like TCM diagnose people's ailments just by looking at their tongue, but um.
Like my doctor tried to do and then prescribe me medication I didn't need. That was a fun day.
I'm not American healthcare, you guys. Because I've also been
Yeah.
prescribed things that I didn't need because they didn't look closely enough into what the issue was.
Well, she's like, oh, you have strep throat. I'm like, no, I don't. I know what strep throat looks and feels. I get strep throat so much. I'm like, I know what strep throat feels like on me and looks like. I'm looking at my mouth. I don't see strep at all. Okay. Then, funnily enough, 2 days later, I went to the dentist and they're like, well, your wisdom tooth is messed up. I had a bad extraction years ago and that bad extraction got infected. And she's like, I'm going to prescribe you amoxicillin. I'm like, oh, I got prescribed that 2 days ago and didn't take it because I didn't need it. And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, here's the pop. She's like, okay, yeah, just take this. I'm like, cool. And so I'm like, I'm not going to take antibiotics that are like, I don't need. Because guess what that causes? Problems.
That causes super germs.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know. Anything else you want to say besides the fact that we're because
here's actually a good point that I feel like has a good basis.
That was my summertime.
Mm-hmm.
That
was
EP
summertime.
was summer. Like I still put on a few of those songs. Like
master playbook. It was a master playbook for a masterful album. I think it's one of the greatest EPs I've heard this decade, at the very least.
Yes. That was like what? That was 2025, right? Yes, summer. 2025, 2024.
It was summer 24 and 25 because she followed up with top 2 as a response. And that's the attitude we need. That is the attitude we need. And I hope we see that for Eurovision Asia artists. Like, don't just be The Voice kid. I say that with adoration. I say that with love. But don't just be known as like a reality show contestant. I hope not.
I've never watched a single episode of The Voice.
Because it covers, like covers.
Yeah.
It's different. You want original music, or at least you and I do.
Yeah. All right. So we'll be back at some point.
Yeah. We'll announce when we're going to be back. It'll probably be after we get some more news, you guys. It's not. I don't think we're going to be back on our regular stuff, at least until their national selection season is kicking off. We'll definitely hop in for that. But yeah, hi again.
Hello.
For all of this. Hello.
I wasn't expecting to see you guys so soon.
Yeah, back from the grave already.
Yeah. Like I said, subscribe if you want to. I did post yesterday, like I made a community post that we're going to be streaming today. I imagine that's where I would post that stuff as well, along with the streams. And thank you guys for joining us so much. And I missed y'all.
Yeah, I missed you guys too.
All right, so thank you again. And
all right, see you when we get more news.
Yes, more news.